We are back this week with another episode of our Australia adventure. This week we are in the Margaret River and camp at a spectacular little campground just out of town, and we explore some very interesting locations.
Right, good morning. So we arrived here yesterday in Margaret River. We're here for 3 nights. We're staying at the Olive Hill Farm.
It's actually really nice.
It's really pretty in between all the olive trees. It is unpowered, no water, $30 a night.
$30 a night, yeah, $30 a night.
Bit of a dreary day today.
They do have a dump point, and they do have water as well, I think, if you need
if
to.
you're desperate,
But there is no toilets, so you need to be fully self-contained. But
yeah,
it's actually really nice. It's only about 10 minutes out of Margaret River, which makes it nice. Margaret River itself, like trying to get some accommodation in Margaret River was quite expensive, whereas this is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, so. Pretty reasonable. We're not far out of town, and it's really pretty outlook.
Yeah, just wanting a bit better weather. We've got a drizzly day today, so
yeah, we do. We're going to go out and check out some breweries maybe and see what else there is.
Yeah, maybe hit the mountain bike trails or something, you know. So.
Yeah, maybe.
Saturday we're at the Wooded Jup Trail, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is like 5 minutes out of Margaret River. So we're going to take the boys on the mountain bikes and give it a go. This is the first time us doing some actual trails and stuff. So we're doing some nice easy ones to ease ourselves in, and we'll see how we go.
1 out of 10. How excited are you?
Oh, 10.
10?
I've never been on one, but I feel like I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going to be good. Because I've been practicing on my jumps.
Yeah.
And
You just got to listen, hey. Yep. Slow down, listen, but have fun, okay?
That's it. Remember, slow down if you need to. Feet on the pedals. Feet on the pedals. Whoa. You alright? You okay? You alright? Yeah. Alright. Good job. Yeah. Remember, use your brakes if you need to, hey. Keep on the trail. I've been standing up the whole time. It's good fun when you stand up because then you can lean the bike. That's it, thanks. Stay up high. Whoa! You alright? Alright, well, we had a pretty good morning on the trails. First time for myself and first time for the boys and their new bikes. And Margaret River has so many mountain bike trails. I didn't actually realise it was like a bit of a hub for mountain biking. It's really cool. Anyway, we're off to the beer farm now to meet up with some friends. But Lockie and Ollie, how did you enjoy your mountain biking?
It was a blast. It was so good blast.
It was so good blast. Out of 10?
No, 550.
550 out of 10. Yeah, right. So you'd go again then? You'd go again?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm Lucy.
There you have it. Mountain bike trails were a success. So if you have got kids or you want to give it a go yourself, you can. There's a couple of bike shops in town too, and you can hire the bikes there as well if you're traveling and you haven't got one with you.
The Hairy Marin or Life Cycle bikes, they do bike hire as well. So, but yeah, it's such a great way to explore the area. The tracks were a little bit damp. Ollie did have a little off, but it wasn't too bad. But he got back up and got back on, and happy days.
Yeah. So we've headed down to the beer farm. It's about 20 minutes from our campsite at Olive Hill, and we're having a bit of a taste. This is locally made ginger beer here, and you can get all the tasting paddles, and there's food on offer as well. We're here with friends and they're tasting the slow cooked brisket. Check it out. Pretty tasty. We've had lunch, so we've just ordered some hot fries and the kids are having a play.
So in the summertime, the beer farm actually have a slip and slide which starts at the top here, comes all the way down and into the dam. How cool is that? Oh, what are you drinking there?
We got ourselves some takeaway tennies from the beer farm, and I'm drinking their hard lemon.
Hard lemon, yeah.
Hard lemon.
Got a slab of that. $45 for 16 cans, I think it was. Not too bad. It's very lemony, isn't it?
Yeah, but then it's not as fizzy as like the hard
No,
solo.
it's not like a hard solo. It's quite a different taste to
No,
that.
it's almost like a homemade lemonade.
Anyway, we've got the campfire going.
Finally. First one of our trip.
Who would have thought we would have been having campfires on our trip?
And it's spitting as we speak.
Yeah, and it's starting to rain. So,
That's our luck, isn't it?
yeah.
It's been a beautiful stay.
It's been great here.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
I just wish they had a bit of like a farm shop or something. I know it's not a working farm, but it'd be nice to be able to buy fresh olives and relish and cheese.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know, cuts of meat and stuff, I don't know, from the local area.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Sure would.
So we have headed on down towards Augusta, just past Margaret River, and we are at the Lighthouse here in Cape Luen. It's apparently supposed to be Australia's tallest lighthouse on the mainland, and it's where the Southern and Indian Ocean meet. It's pretty interesting. We're going to check it out. We're going to do a guided tour, and we get to go right to the top of the lighthouse and check out the vantage point from up there.
Family of 4.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Let me grab you the tea.
Cool. So we got in for the family of 4 for us, 2 adults, 2 children, and with our discount with RACQ, we got in for just over $57, I think. So it worked out to be about a $7 saving. I think without that, it was about $64
Yeah, right.
for the family of 4.
And how long does the tour go for?
Goes for about an hour.
About an hour. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty interesting. So we're just walking up to the lighthouse now, and that's where the tour sort of starts. But then when you finish, you get to sort of explore all these sort of cottages to the left and right of us.
Yeah, and there's some of them are like where all the lighthouse keepers lived and everything. So we're going to check them out on the way back. And I think there is some pretty interesting history here. And it is important to note that you do have to be sort of physically able. I think there's like 176 steps.
Yeah, and
to get to the
children
top.
over 4 are allowed, but under 4 not allowed.
Not
so,
allowed. It's a bit,
yeah.
bit of a safety hazard. Anyway, on to the tour. Wait till you get to the top. All right, I'm going to go in. I'm going to stay down the bottom here.
It is the tallest lighthouse on the mainland of Australia. It's also the last to convert to electricity.
Wow.
So they were doing a lot of work that they didn't need to be doing. So it's only been electric for the past around 50 years, so since 1982. So now, still fully operational, run by the Australian Maritime Safety Authority, still has that light spinning every night, but now run by electricity. In the back room where they used to keep kerosene, we now keep some spare batteries. So if the power went out, we have enough power and electricity to keep that lens spinning and light running for at least 2 days.
It's already starting to get hot.
10 steps in, mate. Staircase isn't as narrow as what I thought it would be.
Yeah,
Like it's
Decent.
it's a good size, yeah.
decent staircase.
You're still going. keep going. You're right. Keep going, bud. I'm right here with you. Love this stonework, eh?
Yeah,
So nice.
it's gorgeous. I could live in a house like this. Not with all the stairs.
It's a lot of stairs.
It's the final countdown. The final flight of stairs.
One more.
Now what we have is 2 motors, and we have 2 in case one was to drop out. The other one would have enough momentum to keep these lenses spinning. But these motors are very small, and these lenses weigh 3.5 tons. So they're actually sitting on a bath of 12 litres of liquid mercury. They're spinning friction-free.
Wow.
Beneath some red wires, you should see an LED light about this big. It will just look like some little yellow
Oh, yeah.
circles. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
So that is the Lighthouse's light.
Wow.
So these lenses magnify that pure light so much you can see it 47 kilometers out at sea.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty rugged.
Isn't it?
And sort of rock cliffs.
Crazy. The tour lady was saying that out here, that's where that ship was wrecked out there.
Oh yeah, what, the one with the first lot of, of the metalworks? But look at that, like just, it's a windy day, but it's not like crazy windy.
No. And all those islands out there.
Yeah, she's definitely a spot you could get hung up on if you didn't know where you were going, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was just explaining to the boys that this is where the Southern and Indian Oceans meet. So you've got the Southern Ocean on the left-hand side and the Indian Ocean on the right-hand side. And then you've also got the western coastline of Western Australia and then the southern coastline of Western Australia as well. It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like how well
constructed it is.
Yeah. I was just saying to the boys, there's holes in all the rocks, and what they were used for was to, when they put the actual block into place, they had like a claw, used to grab the block and then they used to drop it into sort of position. So, but they're all sort of all over the place. But
it's a beautiful
pretty
stone.
fascinating.
It's a beautiful stone.
Oh yeah, it's all made out of limestone. And the walls here, so they start at the bottom, 2 metres, and then goes up to 1 metre.
1 metre
up the top
here.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think of that?
Yeah, that was really good.
I really enjoyed that. Like it only went for what, 35 minutes or so.
Yeah, 30-ish minutes, yeah.
But fascinating to see how well
it's been constructed.
It's been constructed and like how thick it is at the base, and
it stands the test of time. What is it, 130 years old and it's still standing, and all they've done is paint it.
Mint condition, like it's awesome. Obviously, it had a renovation 2.5 years ago where they sort of just painted all the staircase and
the outside
and all the outside and all that sort of thing.
But the lenses are even original.
Yeah, so the lens at the top,
the glass lenses,
130 years old, like amazing.
Yeah.
It's now powered by this really tiny LED light, which can be seen, what is it, 47 kilometres offshore, which mind-blowing.
Oh, mind-blowing, absolutely. And the fact that it wasn't automated till, what did she say, 1982?
82, it wasn't automated. Yeah. It was hand maintained, yeah, up until then. So.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Really
so
crazy.
If you're in the area and you can spare some time, like you can still come into the grounds and check out all the buildings and the lookouts from ground level. But I think that is a small, it's still a small fee to enter.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's about $7.50 or something to enter the grounds, to come look at it all, and then it's more to obviously climb the tower and see from up top there. It was definitely worth it. Like, we loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
So we've just passing through Augusta here and we've discovered an underwater winery. Now it's called Subsea Estate. It's on the harbour here in Augusta. We're going to go into the cellar door and check it out. But from what I understand, there's like a second fermentation process that they go through here. So they get really good wines from the Margaret River region, and then they put them out in the ocean here and let them ferment and get all stirred up from the energy of the two oceans meeting here, because we've got the Southern Ocean, Indian Ocean, and this is where they meet, and that energy creates another process where it ferments a second time. So we're going to go in, check it out, maybe have a taste and see if we can buy ourselves a nice special bottle. Pretty excited. So we went in, we had checked it out, and we've ended up buying a land and ocean Shiraz. This was $40 for the bottle, and what it is
pretty expensive, but
but what it is 70%
awesome
of the wine is from Luen region of Margaret River, and then the other 30% is the part that's been out in the ocean, stirred up out there and had that second fermenting process happen on it. So it's pretty cool. You can get a complete ocean one, but they wanted $120 for a bottle.
Yeah, pretty expensive.
Pretty pricey, and we didn't have time to do a wine tasting. Otherwise, I think, if I could taste it and I was blown away with it as a novelty, I might consider purchasing it. But without tasting, I don't want to spend $120 on a bottle of wine that I may or may not drink.
Yeah. But the actual process is pretty interesting. They actually go 1.5K offshore.
Yeah, they've got 1,000 acres out there.
Yeah, and I think 1,000 or something, yeah. And then they actually submerge the wine in these like I
Buoy.
suppose these floats, and then they anchor them to the sea floor, and then they bob them around for I don't know what the time period is. They gave us a pamphlet.
It's 20 metres
Deep.
deep.
Yeah, about 20 metres deep. So.
And they said they've been doing it with a French winemaker who's done it over in France. I think they're one of the only two.
Yeah, they've got a bit of a brochure on it and stuff as well.
We'll read up on it, but it's pretty cool. Wind stirred by nature.
So we've come up the road about 10 minutes to a place called Jewel Cave, and they have some pretty amazing caves here. So we're going to go on in and take a tour and check it out.
So this is pretty cool. So it looks like we're going to find some fossil remains in here of the Tasmanian tiger. Oh boys, look at this. Look at that.
What's that?
Excited, boys?
Yeah, we are.
No running, thank you. Okay.
So I think there's, what is it, 250 steps
Something like that.
to get down, which means there's 250 steps to get back up, Lockie.
And it's a 800 metre loop.
Yeah, and 800 metres, yeah.
Oh.
Here, Mummy's still going.
Wow. How cool is that?
Look at those thin ones.
Look above you.
Look at those ones there.
Oh
Look
yeah,
how
look
long
at
they are.
how epic is this though?
This is going to sound weird, but I feel like we're in like a cathedral.
It does, it feels like that, hey? It feels like an amphitheatre type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's so deep down here.
These ones are alive, and these are from a carry tree. And you can tell the ones that are carries outside, they're very tall with quite pale, smooth bark. And usually, as tall as they are in the air, they are just as deep underground. These tree roots go down through over 60 metres of solid limestone because they're looking for water to drink beneath us. It's amazing.
I feel like I'm walking through the mouth of an ancient beast. That's so cool. Through the tunnel. Do I just fit?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Well, they don't. Once you touch. They look cool. Oh.
Well, that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
I think that for me, we haven't discussed it, but for me, it's one of the best things I've ever done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I enjoyed that so much. Like I've never seen anything like it. Like
No, it's
blew
pretty
my mind away.
mind-blowing. Like, we went to the Lighthouse earlier today.
Yeah.
And the lady was saying that lighthouse would
Fits
fit
in easily,
inside that
yeah,
cave.
inside
That's
that
how
cave.
big it is. Like, that gives you the perspective of how huge it is. It's mind-blowing.
And then to top it off, so we did the Valley of the Giant walk for the trees.
Yep.
And the same trees are in this area above the cave. And we
The
actually
carry
got to
trees,
see,
yeah.
the carry trees. And we got to see the root system that was actually coming down below into the caverns below.
Yeah.
It was
And they're
super
like
cool.
like a twisted ribbon type of thing.
Yeah.
It comes down. Crazy.
Incredible.
How much was it? $22.50 per person.
Yeah. I got discount again for being with an RSCQ member. It was about $67 this
67,
one
yeah.
for the family.
But definitely worth it. The tour goes for about an hour,
Yeah.
but man.
And the stairs aren't that bad, but
No.
yeah, you
Worth
do need
it.
to be fit and able.
You
Yeah,
like
you
it,
reckon it's
Laurie?
worth it?
Yes. Even some people are lucky that they got to get married on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple people got married. Would have been beautiful.
Yeah. Well, just for a little bit of something different, it's raining while we're packing up. Haze, babe.
Very wet, and was really surprised at rolling the mat up, weren't we? It was just like full of like groundworms.
Yeah, there's lots of worms here. So obviously Margaret River, really good soil.
Yeah.
Plenty of worms around, but we're moving on now from Margaret River, heading over to Bustleton. So it's only like 40-minute drive.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty short drive, short travel day to day. But we really enjoyed our time here. Even we had bad weather, but other than that, it was amazing.
It's a beautiful place. I would
Margaret
love
River,
to come
yeah.
back and spend more time. We didn't hit any wineries.
No.
Didn't hit any wineries. We did manage to have a couple of campfires, and we did go to the beer farm brewery.
The beer farm, and I got to hit the mountain bike trails with the boys for one day.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's plenty to do, plenty to see, and it's a quirky little town. I loved it. Just had a really good feel about
Yeah,
it.
it's
The
got
main
quite a you could probably spend 2 weeks here, a week or two
I don't know.
at least.
Depends what you want to do, yeah.
I reckon. Like, just there's that much to do here and sort of see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Take a chance to slow down.
And where we stayed here at the Olive Hill Farm, Olive Hill
Farm, yeah.
Olive Farm, $30 a night.
Yeah.
They've got a dump point. They've got bins.
Yeah.
And they've also got water if you need it. They do ask you to fill your water tanks up prior, but you know how awesome is that? $30 a night. You're only sort of 10 minutes out of Margaret River.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's bloody great.
Yeah, I loved it. And the Olive Hill Farm, it's really, really pretty.
So the backstory with the olive farm here is that the lady purchased the family purchased it about 18 years ago or something, and then they've been actually using the camping, setting it up as a camping place for the last sort of 10 years. But the reason why it's not an active olive farm was because the actual olive trees were planted too close together by the previous owner, so they couldn't get modern machinery in. So they've turned it into this awesome campground, and it's really good. There's about 30 odd sites here.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, they're all spaced out. You've all got your own private little thing, and you're all divided by little trees. And yeah, I just think it's stunning. I just think it feels really, really nice to just chill out.
And you can access the Margaret River as well from here. We didn't walk down, but it's about
the back of the property.
700 metre walk, I think. Down, and you get right down to the Margaret River there. It was pretty cool.
Well, next time, if we get to have a next time, we'll spend a longer time.
Yeah, and I think realistically, like, we're obviously on a bit of a deadline to get up to the sort of Ningaloo because we had to make bookings up there. But yeah, I think we
underestimated how much time you could spend down in this southern
100%.
western end. Yeah. So if you do have it on your list, make sure you allow enough time.
Oh, absolutely. Anyway,
thanks for watching this episode, and as always, we appreciate the support. If you've got any comments or anything, drop them down below, and we'll catch you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.